Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be covering Nightmare King Grimm, just tips how to beat him and fight analysis. Now, Nightmare King Grimm, I would say in my opinion, is maybe the second hardest boss of the game. So to that end, I'm going to assume that you're going to have mostly everything, especially since it's a DLC boss. So that means I'm kind of assuming you're going to have 9 health masks, 3 extra soul vessels, and because Nightmare King Grimm only has a flat health that doesn't scale with your nail level, we might as well also upgrade our nail to the pure nail just for maximum damage. And so you see here we also have the second level of the spells as well. Okay, now a lot of the moveset of Grimm is actually quite similar. There are a few differences, of course, but the main difficulty for new players is going to be the speed. The tempo of the fight is a lot faster. So actually what I would recommend before starting is just getting used to the moveset, and a good way to do this, just because it is a dream boss, so if we die we don't lose anything, is to actually just pump up our lifeblood. So to even start the fight, of course, we're going to need the Grimm Child with the 3 flames. But then after that, we're going to go get a Unbreakable Heart, Joni's Blessing, and a Lifeblood Core. This is just going to pump up our health. As you see, I have Salubra's Blessing, so my soul has filled up as well, and we can take that into the dream fight with us. And we have a lot of health, so we can just kind of practice and get used to Nightmare King Grimm's moveset, the speed and the tempo of his attacks, okay? Now, once you're in the tent, once you have the Grimm Child with 3 flames, this door will actually be open and you can just go right through here, and he will be hanging upside down, sleeping, and you just give him the dream nail. If you don't have the Grimm Child with you, there will be a seal preventing you from entering the fight. So everything is faster with this fight. And it's just good to just kind of have these extra lifebloods just to practice the speed and the moves. So I would even say, don't even recommend attacking. Just get used to dodging all his attacks, because all his attacks do 2 mask health now as well in damage. So it's just good to kind of practice the moves, get used to the speed, and you have plenty of health to make, to take hits on. I mean, I've been playing this for a while now, so I'm a bit more used to it. And so that's a good idea to begin with, okay? Now let's move to the proper fight analysis. So for this fight, I once again recommend going for a quality build, which is going to be a mix of nail and spell charms. Fragile Strength and the Pure Nail will go for 32 damage. Shaman Stone will increase the hitbox and damage of all spells, most importantly Abyss Shriek for 120 damage. Spell Twister I always prefer over Soul Catcher, and it's going to reduce the cost of casting spells from 33 soul per spell to 24. And Grub Song, for a single charm notch, it's going to give you a rebate of 15 soul every time you take a hit, so this is going to synergize very well with Spell Twister and Shaman Stone for getting out that spell damage. And lastly, you need the Grimm Child Charm to even start the fight. I mean, he's not going to participate in the fight, so effectively this is going to put you at a 2 charm notch disadvantage for the fight. Also just note, another possible charm option here is to take out Fragile Unbreakable Strength and put in Quick Focus instead. This will help with the healing for newer players. This fight mirrors in many ways many of the same principles that were in the Trickmaster Grimm fight. That is that he's gonna teleport and then do 1 of 6 attacks. And so it's important to maximize as much damage as possible in between those teleports. First attack is again going to be the dash uppercut, except this time the pause between launching himself from the ground to the air is going to be shorter, and he's going to burst into 6 fireballs instead of 5. There are no secret tips for this one, you're just going to have to learn how to space it. However, having Shade Cloak will help. If you time it correctly, you'll be able to dash through the fireball. Grimm has a new attack in the form of the Flame Pillar, and it's this attack that's going to be our bread and butter for this fight. Grimm will teleport to the center of the arena before summoning 4 large pillars of flame. The key here is to move forward only incrementally so you can position yourself underneath Grimm after the 4th flame. After the 3rd pillar, hit Grimm from the side and underneath before positioning yourself underneath him and hitting him with an Abyss Shriek. His next attack is the familiar Dive Dash. However, this time he has a Flame Trail, and so for this reason, whereas before I recommended to pogo him or Descending Dark, this time I think it's actually better to avoid it entirely with a double jump and dash. Grimm will shoot fire bats at you, however this time they're staggered and there's 4 instead of 3. This attack is extremely easy to avoid. Simply jump after the first bat and then Shade Cloak through the 3rd and 4th bats. Follow up with your choice of Nail Strikes or a Descending Dark. After 14 hits, Grimm will stagger for approximately 3.5 seconds. During this time you can either hit him for up to maximum of 50 damage or you can get up to 2 heals in. Grimm will again perform the pufferfish attack at 75% health, 50% health and 25% health. It's exactly the same, so nothing new to worry about here. This time when Grimm attacks with Cloak Spikes, he won't telegraph the attack by teleporting to the middle of the arena. The attack is faster too, so you're just going to have to learn the timing. Once again, the pufferfish can be used to time your progress through the fight. This is the 2nd pufferfish, so we know we're halfway through. When Grimm staggers is a good opportunity to safely heal 2 mask damage. The 3rd pufferfish attack is the final, indicating we're down to the last 25% of Grimm's health. Staying towards but not at the edge of the arena will give you space to maneuver the fireballs. Jumping the 2nd fire bat will actually allow you an opportunity to heal, as the 3rd and 4th fire bats track overhead. You have another opportunity for a single heal after the 4th pillar. Now please enjoy the rest of the fight. After defeating Nightmare King Grimm, the Grimm troop will disappear from Dirtmouth. Your reward for beating Grimm is his entry in the Hunter's Journal as well as a level 4 Grimm Child. I hope you found the tips in this video helpful for beating Nightmare King Grimm. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment below what bosses you'd like me to cover in the future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.